Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here mainly to discuss the new JumpStart product. In my head, I have to keep saying, don't say Kickstart, don't say Kickstart. I've said Kickstart so many times. I had to restart this video like 4 times because every time I said Kickstart. But we're here to mainly discuss the JumpStart product, which I actually have a number of problems with. The information got released yesterday. I almost did a video on it late last night, but I decided I would leave it for today. And I'm glad I did, because I went and I watched the Twitch stream where they went more in depth, and we're going to get into all of that. I'm going to try and end up somewhere in the middle. I'm going to try and talk about the good and the bad here, but honestly, I have a negative slanted view about this product. Now, in the title of this video, it also does mention Ikoria box toppers, and I know some people will be very interested in that. So why don't we just cover that really quickly before we move in to the JumpStart news, all right? Because that's going to be a much bigger, sprawling sort of good and bad scenario. So Ikoria boxes will have box toppers. We don't know what the box topper cards will be. I would not be surprised at all if they did something similar to what they did with Ultimate Masters. I don't know if this is a knee-jerk reaction to the situation we're seeing with the collector's boxes and all these things and the prices of boxes tanking, and this is just an attempt to get us, like, to bribe us into buying more product, or if they had planned this all along and it has nothing to do with the collector's edition. I don't know if that's tied in, but either way, every box will come with a box topper. The box toppers will be sealed inside the box. This does not affect buy a box promos, okay? So when it comes to the local game stores, they will still have buy a box promos, but in a way, let's be real, this does diminish the support level to LGSs in a way, because it's an extra bonus that you don't have to go into the store for. But at the same time, I recognize that the days of the LGS are, like, we're no longer in the age of the LGS. We've left the era of paper magic for the era of digital magic. And before you go ahead and go, like, type in the comment section, I told you they were abandoning paper magic. That's not what I'm saying when I say that phrase. Wizards isn't abandoning paper magic, but they are looking to more greedily monetize it. And the more I looked at this JumpStart product, the less happy I got. And watching the Twitch stream did not make it better. Oh my Lord, the Twitch stream. Guys, imagine a conversation between two disinterested people basically asking questions back and forth that they both already know the answers to and don't really care about. That, especially at the beginning of their conversation talking about it. Oh my God, they both seem so bored and disinterested. And basically it's the scenario of, this guy's the developer of the product. And then you got Blake over here going, I'm gonna ask you questions that I already know all the answers to. And there's no enthusiasm, there's no fire, there's no enjoyment. It's like neither of them care. It's like they're talking about an unbuttered piece of bread that they found on the ground. That's the level of excitement they were showing for the product. But I can understand, to them, it's just a job. It's not a passion. That, I mean, it seems stupid from a marketing perspective, but that's not what made me dislike this product, okay? That's not where the problems I have with the product come from. It's just funny to note that two guys who were supposed to be hyping this product up were doing a very bad job of it. However, they did do a decent job of transmitting additional information that isn't available in the bullet points provided on the Wizards website. So what I want to do is I want to go through the bullet points so that we have a rough framework and understanding of what this product is, and then I will flesh it out with additional details. I will present what my concerns are, what I don't like about it, and I will also present what I do like about it, because it's not all garbage here, right? It's not all terrible. There is a novel nature to it, but there is one thing about this that really irks me, and I mean, I shouldn't be surprised the way that Wizards of the Coast goes. But anyways, let's take a look at the bullet points here. So, JumpStart has a situation where each booster contains 20 cards centered on a theme. What theme each booster contains is randomized, but each theme 20 cards will be sealed inside the pack and labeled. 1 in 3 booster packs contains an extra rare. It's loaded with reprints, almost 500. Now I'm going to go back over these points and point out some of the disingenuous or unpleasant parts of them. Remember this, it's loaded with reprints, almost 500 exclamation mark. We'll come back to that, all right? JumpStart introduces 37 new cards to the game. These will not be standard Pioneer or Modern legal cards. They are legal in Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. It's closely tied to Core Set 2021. They share a lot of content and release near one another, but JumpStart is a standalone product. And it's an interesting way of saying they share a lot of content. What they mean is they share a lot of cards. Okay, so all cards are legal in Eternal formats. Why did they put that as another? Why did you put that? Oh, never mind, because it's not just talking about the reprints. That actually makes sense. Okay. Every pack includes one basic land with art that matches the pack's theme. A few of them use thematically appropriate lands from M21, but most of them use brand new themed land art created for JumpStart. Okay, so I want to go back over these points now, and I want to flesh them out. So what's going to happen is when you get this product, you have normal Magic booster packs, okay? So you have normal booster packs. This is a 15 card pack. The JumpStart packs are going to look similar to this, except they're going to be 20 card packs. What happens is you acquire 2 of these packs. That's what you need. This is a 40 card format. So you're going to use 2 randomized packs to construct your deck. Now, it says each theme 20 cards will be sealed inside the pack and labeled. What that means is from the outside of the booster pack, you will not be able to determine what the theme is inside of the booster pack, okay? So you're dealing with a scenario where the list, my screen just shut off for a moment. Real professional here. I'm complaining about professionalism from other people. Oh my God. On a side note, hilariously enough, on the Twitch stream, when they cut to product shots, whenever they do a transition, it mutes the sound by about 90%. So you have these 2 guys who are talking about the JumpStart product. They're talking with each other, and every time they switch screens, it was almost impossible to hear them. I'm like, who's in charge of making these decisions? It's amazing. So anyways, back to what I was saying. In terms of the themes, you crack the pack. Inside the pack will be a little cellophane wrapped pack with a front-facing card that has, like, for example, the one that they showed on the Twitch stream was called Spooky. And so it had like a little art card designed with Spooky and a little coloration indicator down on the bottom to show that this was like a black deck, basically, like a black pack. So most of these theme packs will be aligned to a particular color. Almost all of them are monocolored, and that's inherent. That is inherently necessary due to the design of this. If you don't realize it already, and I actually made this mistake myself, I thought that it was get 2 packs, and then add in some lands and you're good to go. But the lands are actually already included, which to me really means you're probably, my guess is they put like, what do you need for a limited deck? You need 16, 17 lands. That means these decks, I'm gonna get the terms messed up. These packs are probably going to have 8 basic lands in each of them. So keep that in mind. You're getting 12 non-land cards most likely. Now I can't state this definitively, but it makes sense when you just use the encapsulated packs and nothing else. So each of these theme packs is going to have 8 lands in it. That's it. Just like that, you're getting 12 cards and 8 lands in each of these packs based on my mathematical breakdown. So that means that a booster pack like this actually has more variety. You get more actual cards because most people don't care about the lands. So from the perspective of whether they're good as like booster purchases aside from playing in an event with them, that will impact your opinion on it, right? Like you're going to look at it in terms of pricing. They've said that these will be more expensive than regular booster packs, but not too much. I love the little dance they did on Twitch where it's like, oh, we don't use MSRP anymore. And they were like, oh, we discontinue MSRP because it's not fair to other countries and things like that. It was just this nonsense excuse where it's really like, well, if we don't tell you the MSRP, we can jack up the price and your anger will fall on the stores thinking they're being greedy. So Wizards hides the MSRP to a degree, but here's where they can't hide it. If you ever want to know what the actual MSRP price for something is, just go look at MTGO. MTGO, they have to set prices for what they're selling, right? Now, if this product doesn't come to MTGO, it won't really work for that. But either way, this product is slated to be more expensive than a regular booster, but not too much. So maybe $1 more, I'm guessing. So when it comes to opening the packs for like just the pack opening sake, that is going to be a bit more disappointing based on the 8 lands. On the upside, I do like the idea that you can just crack the packs and not have to worry about a mana base. That is actually enjoyable. So that part is okay, depending on the perspective. If you're coming in to play with these as an event and play with them as like building your decks, that changes things. If you're somebody who just wants to crack them, trying to get the unique cards that exist in it, then, or particular theme packs, then those lands are going to become irksome, as it's 40% of your pack, right? I mean, 60% is cards, 40% is basic lands, or maybe some like jank lands, because these packs are only going to have one rare in them. And the rare is not really going to be a land in most cases, I imagine. And the only good lands in Magic, pretty much almost across the board, are rare, at least nowadays. There are a few uncommon ones like Field of Ruin that are pretty solid, but let's be real. Most good lands in the game are rare. So you're going to end up with basic lands or other jank non-basic lands they feel like fits into their themes, which really does diminish overall what you're getting from the packs. 1 in 3 boosters includes an extra rare. This is kind of nice, but it also feels like what they're trying to do here is they're trying to make this into a product that can attack from multiple angles. They want it to be a you don't have to draft product. They want it to be a beginner product. We'll get more into that because that is definitely what this is. This is actually replacing something. This is, in a way, this is Wizards taking something away from the game, and it's something that frustrates me that they're doing this. But either way, I'm trying to go point by point so I can maintain order to this video. 1 in 3 boosters contains an extra rare. This just seems like an attempt to try and get people to buy and crack boosters as opposed to specifically buying them for deck building purposes, because overall, 1 extra rare sometimes in a deck showing up isn't enough to incentivize playing in a format. It's more to incentivize the gambling nature of Magic players, because Magic does take advantage of people with addictive personalities. I know, I'm one of those people, right? It's the nature of it. People who have addictive personalities and who like different variations of gambling. It's not exactly gambling, but there is an element of that. Those type of people are naturally gravitating towards Magic the Gathering, and this feels to me like a way of capitalizing on that. The next point is it's loaded with reprints, almost 500. When you watch the Twitch stream, you'll actually find out that it's really more like 400 reprints, because there's about 60 to 70. Now, understand, I'm talking in rough numbers here. I don't have the exact breakdown, but it's roughly 60 to 70 cards of these reprints are from Core 2021. And Core 2021 releases a week after JumpStart. So they're calling them reprints from a set that hasn't even come out yet. On top of that, that means that like 10 to 15% of the reprints are cards that are going to be in 2021. And that to me is like, check it out, almost 500. No. 400 reprints really. And the 2021 cards are in this weird sort of, what are you double dipping? What kind of double dipping dongery is going on here? That's how that feels to me. Now they're introducing 37 new cards to the game. And these, again, as it said, are not standard, pioneer, or modern legal. They're legal in Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. Now, from the language used in the Twitch stream, it seems, and this is what I surmised last night in the live stream we talked about it, it seems that mainly what they're doing is aiming towards Commander players. And get used to that, because that is going to be the new normal for Magic the Gathering. They're going to be aiming more and more at Commander players, as they have recognized that it is a larger market that they haven't really tapped into fully. And that's why you will see with Ikoria, there are going to be 5 Commander decks coming out with that. Like, Commander is getting blitzed for a while, and knowing Wizards of the Coast, they are going to overdo it. They want to tap into the Commander market, but they also don't realize that the Commander players, they have different purchasing habits, and they do things differently. So it is going to be more difficult to capture them by just bombarding them with product. It's not going to work. You can't release endless product here, right? And some people will say, well, JumpStart, like Wizards is making too many products, but JumpStart's actually replacing a product, and one that I'm really sad to see go. I have it right here, and we'll never see these again. This was one of the things that Wizards did that I liked the absolute most. It was one of the times where I felt like they were being actually generous, and that's the open house decks. If you don't know what they are, these are decks that Wizards used to give out, right? And there's two different color themes. There's two different, essentially, themes. You've got black and green, right? I mean, those are wide themes, but either way, you've got black and green in this particular deck, but you could get any of the two colors. So it was randomized. You had two little pre-built parts that you slapped together and you were ready to play. But this event was free. This event was free. It encouraged people to bring their friends out, to come on out and play. They gave away promos. I really liked the open houses, but those days are over, right? We're not having that anymore. Now Wizards wants to charge for it. They want to sell you 20 card booster packs that only have 12 cards in them. And it's in the name as well. If you haven't figured it out, this is the new beginner, like ramp on style product where they go, oh, come on in. Open houses used to happen a week before pre-release because it's like, hey, new to the game, come to an open house. Now slot into a pre-release. Then come on out for Friday Night Magics. Like, it was like an onboarding sort of, let's get you into the game. Let's get your toes into the water, and then we'll get you sack deep. I know it's cold, but it's okay. Just man up. Like that sort of scenario. So we have the product now where JumpStart is designed to appeal to beginners. Now, from the positive perspective, I do actually like the concept of having a situation where you can have two booster packs, and you just grab them and go. You don't have to worry about creating any sort of deck. There's no, like, honestly, starting up Magic can be overwhelming. And you don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I making all these kind of decisions? The thing about draft is draft has a lot of decision anxiety. If you're brand new to the game, you open a booster pack, you have 15 different choices arrayed before you, but those choices will all chain and tie into other ones. What color or colors am I going to play? What's the best card to pick from this pack? And it continues on like that. And the more choices a human is presented with, the more difficult it gets to make those choices. And that's actually why you'll see fast food restaurants and things like that really only having 2 or 3 options, but pretending like there's 15 options. All you're really doing is picking different toppings on your burger, but you're having a burger. You know what I mean? So in terms of removing decision anxiety for new players and just giving them you're good to go, you can't make any mistakes because it's already built for you, that's amazing. I really like that. I don't like the fact that Open House has been replaced by that, however. For me, that is a genuine issue. So it says it's closely tied to Core Set 2021, I should say. They share a lot of content, a lot of cards, and release near one another, but JumpStart is a standalone product. So yeah, to me, this is the replacement for open houses. This is the way of monetizing those, creating another product, trying to get people. There's a couple of like teaser things they're trying to do to make this a product that people will buy regularly. The 1 in 3 packs having an extra rare is one of them. The basic land issue as well, where every pack includes a basic land with art that matches the pack's theme. So out of every pack, you're going to get one special land that only exists in these packs. They're trying to capitalize on the same sort of thing they did with the unsets, where you have these really desirable lands. But in this case, they're taking it a step further, because the way these are printed, some of these theme decks have multiple variations. So for example, with the Cats theme pack, there are multiple variations. But with some of the mythic rare style themes, the ones that won't show up as frequently, there's only one variation of it. So unicorns, Phyrexians. So think about this for a second. There's 121 different possible theme permutations that you can get. That means when you crack a booster pack, there's 121 different options of what that sealed pack will be, right? And there are about 45-ish, I believe that was the number, around 45-ish different themes. So that actually means there's only going to be a couple different variations of each theme. This is actually going to become stagnant faster than most people are thinking. Because you think at first, wow, look at all these different themes. There's 45 different themes, and there's multiple variations of some of these themes, but most themes can only have at most 2 or 3 variations tops, just based on the metrics of there only being 121 different themes in total. So they're creating an extra rarity situation where there's only one Phyrexian theme that shows up out of the whole 121 like printing scenario, making it like super rare, right? You've got less than a 1% chance of getting one of these themes. And then on top of that, in that theme pack, there's going to be one special Phyrexian aligned land. So what they're looking to do is have people like dig, hoping to crack those special theme packs and things like that. And that does come across as it's Wizards. It's Wizards doing what they do, man. I don't like it. It's scummy, where they make something that's really desirable and then they try and bury it and make it really hard to get when it costs them virtually nothing, right? This stuff is also supposed to come to Historic, by the way, but the Historic stuff is such a footnote that they didn't even, I do not recall them discussing it at all during the Twitch stream. Didn't even come up, you know what I mean? So the fact that this is going to be added into Historic, I don't think is of any relevancy when talking about Arena. I think that Wizards is still trying to leave Historic as kind of a buried footnote currently. They have plans to ramp up into Pioneer, and by the time they ramp up into Pioneer, Historic's not going to be that relevant. They've already submerged Historic on Arena anyhow, and don't really do much to support it. So for me, I look at this and go, sure, they're going to add these cards into Historic, but who cares? Because Historic's not really that much of a thing. And are you really going to go out of your way to buy JumpStart packs? Like, how well is JumpStart going to do on Arena when you can go, here, buy these packs and hope to get the random themes, or you can just spend wild cards to get them? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to spend a bunch of your money when these cards have one pack and it's like, no, I just want the Phyrexian theme stuff or whatever. So for me, it doesn't seem like it's a product that's going to like leap off the shelf in terms of the digital shelf for Arena, and the Arena stuff is a side note. Really, the additional cards that they've put into this seem to me like they're most likely slanted to engage Commander players, but they're also there to fill in holes in terms of some of the themes didn't have enough cards for them to make the themes the way they wanted to. So I am genuinely interested to see what the new cards are. I'm genuinely interested to see what this batch of 37 new cards are. It's always cool to see new cards. That's hype for me. I do like it conceptually from the concept of diminishing the difficulty for people who either don't like draft, don't have the time for it, or suck at draft, to just be able to grab some packs and go. I appreciate that. I know what it's like to be busy. I feel pressed for time a lot of the time now. So for me, that does appeal to me. The fact that each pack is 40% lands, that does not appeal to me. That means afterwards, these are essentially going to be worse than regular boosters, right? They have more cards than a regular set by like almost an extra like 35% extra cards, but most of those are reprints that you can acquire elsewhere. You're going to end up getting 40% land, which is a huge letdown as soon as you're done with the event, right? Like there were ways around this. I think they just want to make a more expensive product where they can give us less. They get to insert some new cards in, but overall it's more like, hey, maybe we can tease some more money out of Commander's pockets. The fact that this is the end of the open house era, is actually genuinely troubling to me, because that signals multiple things at once. It's part of the decline of LGSs. It's part of firming up of Wizards' greed to the point where now there are no more generous events. They don't exist anymore. We can see it across the board on Arena too, where all the events that used to be free now cost gold or gems. There is no more generosity, and that's unfortunate when it comes to a company that already sells such overpriced cardboard rectangles that they don't even bother to print to a high quality. Like, we still have garbage card quality we've been dealing with for years, and Wizards has no incentive to fix it because people just keep buying it. And instead of going, here's your free deck, your first hit is free kind of thing, now it's like, no, you gotta pay, and more than a regular pack. We're finding a way to sell you basic lands for more than ever before. And it just, that part sticks in my craw. So overall, this is a product that's a mix of good and bad, but the more I looked at it, the less enthusiastic I get about it. The set is like 10-15% Core 2020, which comes out a week later. It's 400 random reprints, And if there's only 121 different theme variations, there's 100 and something different rares in the set. It's just, I don't know, man. It feels like a weaker, diluted version of mystery boosters. They're not including any foils whatsoever. It doesn't feel like good value. And instead of having an event for beginners now, we have yet another product being sold to us in a market that is already oversaturated with products coming out all the time. We used to at least have breaks between the cycles of new sets coming along, but now we even have Secret Lair filling that in. So now it's constantly like running the hamster wheel of cash paying. Just keep throwing cash at us, hamster boy. And that, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So overall, I am not a huge fan of JumpStart. Admittedly, I will probably go and check out the JumpStart event and play like once. They're doing a pre-release for it, and the pre-release is basically just grab a couple of packs and play, and if you play enough games, then you get a promo. And the way that they described it in the Twitch stream, the guy says, and then if you want to jump back in, you can. You just need to buy more. Why do I have to buy more packs? Why can't I just keep playing with the deck that I already have? Like, what is the deal here? If this is supposed to be like just kind of a sit and play against anybody kind of environment, why do I have to buy more packs? Oh, that's right, because that's all it's about now. There's no the Twitch stream seemed dead and passionless. There's no excitement about this product, and I'm a big fat meh along with disappointed about it. Now, I understand that these are my opinions, and I'm biased based on a number of factors. I did grow up in the LGS era, right? So it's like seeing the way things have changed, it sometimes genuinely brings me down. I just want to rotate rectangles with my friends. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to do. Now, on a more positive, fun note, I actually have a whole bunch. This isn't even all of them. I have a bunch of packages here. And I don't know if there's some stuff that was being sent out to me in the mail by some fans, but there's also some stuff for mine and my lady's upcoming wedding. So in tonight's live stream, we're going to play Yay or Nay. And yay is I got a gift in the mail. Wait. Anyways, one is I got a gift, and the other is boo, it's wedding stuff. So we're going to do that tonight at the live stream. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Let me know your comments in the comments section. That's where they go. Don't leave your comments laying around the floor. Your father will step on them and they hurt his feet. Put away your Lego. Put away your comments, okay? Down where they belong, in the comment box. All right? Thanks for coming by. Big shout out to my patrons and channel members for supporting what I do here. I am very grateful for that. I am going to be trying to record my new special patron outro today. So hopefully we'll have that ready, maybe even by the end of the weekend. Maybe tomorrow, if I'm really productive. We'll see. But either way, thanks for being here, everybody. Time for me to go. You know what that means. I'm history, baby.